Hello Pisces, I'm Clarice Hay from BeHealing.com and this is your energy update for the week of the 6th of September 2021. I hope you're doing well, Pisces. I've got a live show 3 times a week here on YouTube. It's called Psychic Cafe. I would love to have some more Pisces energy in there, so join us sometime in that. And if you're interested in a private reading with me, they are available from my website, BeHealing.com. You'll find a link for that in the description box below, also one up there as well. Now, Pisces, be sure to check out your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus sign for a complete picture of all of the energies that you've got going on, because we're more than just our sun sign. Okay, so let's have a look. What are the energies for Pisces this week? You're starting out with To Dance with Joy. Awesome. This is good news coming in that makes you really happy. Maybe you're hearing from a loved one, some great news from them. Maybe your restrictions lifted so you can do something that you want to do now, that you've been waiting for. Or maybe you're hearing from a loved one, someone that you're attracted to, and it's on. There could be all kinds of reasons that you're feeling good this week. Let's find out more about it, Pisces. Okay, you got the focus card out here. I think it's focus. It is. It's focus. What you focus on grows, right? And that's because of confirmation bias. And so if you're in a good mood, if you're dancing with joy, you're going to see more joy around you. You're just going to be tuned into that kind of a vibration. You're going to see it more. But if you're always like gloomy and, in victimhood consciousness, you're just going to see more reasons to be in that, You're going to see evidence of why you should feel like that. And so we see it playing out right now, especially right now, don't we? We're all in very similar situations right now because of the stuff that's going on in the world. Yet there's people taking it very different ways. Yeah. And so it really is a choice. So I'm feeling like this week, Pisces, something could come in from externals, like I said, someone getting in touch with you, giving you some great news, dance with joy. It switches your focus to the positive, and then suddenly stuff starts working out in your favor in your life. It's just because of confirmation bias. It's because when you're in a better mood, you start looking for good things in people, in situations, in opportunities, in your work, that kind of thing. Going to work in a good mood, what happens, Pisces? You have a good day. And it's because of that. It's not because you're attracting better things towards you. It might feel like that. It's because you're noticing, because you're creating it, you're noticing the better things. And so you start talking to that happy person instead of talking to the people that are whining by the water cooler. It's that kind of thing. So Pisces, Temperance is your first card out here. Taking things slowly. Excuse me. Yeah. Tempering yourself as well. Again, there's this shift in in your energy, a slow shift in your energy. Temperance, tempering your emotions. So if you've been, Pisces, this might suggest that you've been in kind of, maybe you've been angry or you've been very sad. Excuse me. You've been in like a negative emotional state. I can't speak now. Being in a negative, I really can't speak. Excuse me. Okay, so this suggests to me that you've been in some kind of a negative emotional state, maybe angry, maybe sad. And that energy might have overtaken you and you've only seen like things to make you sad or things to make you more angry. This card is saying this week, there's something that comes in this week that gives you an out from that because it shifts your vibration toward the positive, to the happier kind of thoughts. And then you run with that energy and life starts getting better. King of Pentacles, this is like Taurus energy, being stable, especially financial stuff. So you could find an upturn in your finances, Pisces, with this upturn in your outlook. So whoever you're hearing some news from that makes you dance with joy, they're giving you so much. It's not just about their happy news. It gives you so much because it's life-changing stuff, even though I don't think the news is life-changing to you. It's just because it makes you dance with joy. It shifts your vibration completely. Oh, you got the Tower here. The Tower can be a surprise, but can also be things falling apart. Sorry about this, Pisces. I don't know what's going on with my voice. I've just done a show, like an hour and a half show on YouTube, and my voice was fine then. Literally just finished it, and now I go to do yours and I can't speak. The High Priestess. So your intuition, this is very Piscean energy here with your intuition and your feels. You could be intuitively realizing that there's an opportunity or something, or that you should take a new path, take an opportunity that's coming up. So tell us more about this Temperance. The Page of Voices and the Five of Inspiration. So you know how I was getting from Temperance, about like tempering your emotions, but it's a change, it's a switch up in your emotions. The Page of Voices and the Five of Inspiration. So Page of Voices can be a message coming in, yeah, something that you hear, a thought or something like that, something that changes your mind on it. And the Five of Inspiration, then the practice. This is practice makes perfect. This is the action that you take repeatedly to change something. It's the training card, the stuff that you do over and over again in order to cause it to be a habit. I feel like Pisces this week, something triggers you to get on an upward spiral in the way that you're feeling, and as a result, you're going to be taking more positive actions and make that into a habit. A message comes in which starts this off. It starts you off on this upward spiral journey, starting in your feelings, and then, but the action that you take is very important. So definitely don't undo it. Take those opportunities. Keep on that upward spiral. Keep feeling better and better. Yeah, just keep that momentum going of that good feeling is what I'm getting here. And definitely take action on it. What do I mean by that? What am I going to take action on, says Pisces? Well, take on action on anything that makes you feel good. Because if you're feeling good, you're dancing with joy, this message comes in. Then you're going to see, like I said, confirmation bias, you're going to see the things that will make you happier. And so take action on those things. But put it into practice, because you could lose this. I mean, you could lose the momentum on it so easily. You'd go, but yesterday I was sad. Maybe I should get back to my sadness again. Don't do that. Don't do that thing. What's behind this? Past, present, and future and omens. You've been on upward spirals before, Pisces, and something has taken you down, or you've let a minor disappointment take you right back down to where you were, back into that sadness or into that anger, and then you start focusing on all those things again, and then life doesn't work out so well for you. You know, we have so much opportunity, and this planet is an incredible place, and you don't have to wait for a message to come in from someone of some good news. You can do that for yourself. You can read inspirational books and get fired up yourself. You can turn the way that you're feeling around by watching like an inspirational movie or reading an inspirational book. Omens from past, present, and future. You know this. Everyone's experienced it. This is almost saying, Pisces, you need to recognize it, remember it, recognize it. You've had omens about it. Then this time, don't let it go. Don't let it fall to the wayside. Don't slip back into that, the old way of thinking or that negative way of thinking. Now, there's nothing wrong with negative emotions, right? Negative emotions, when it shows up, it's there for us to feel. It's important guidance for us to do something differently. But that's not what I'm talking about here. What I'm picking up from you here, Pisces, is that you've got yourself into a negative emotional state. Instead of doing something about it, you've kind of ruminated in that emotional state. So it's become a part of your predominant vibration. I've got a twitch in my elbow. Can you see it? Huh. Okay, I'm low on magnesium. I'm taking so many magnesium supplements, but I'm still low on magnesium. Stop. Okay. Yeah, so you've allowed this to take you over. That's the momentum of it, right? You've allowed it to take over. It's become your predominant vibration, maybe sadness or depression or anger. It could be, I'm not really picking that up strongly for a lot of you. But and then that taints everything. It taints what you see. You start looking for the sadness in everything. You start looking for the anger in everything. And that very same process is what lifts you out of it. It's looking for the positive, finding that maybe in a book or a movie or some news coming in, and then letting, ruminating on that good stuff, looking for it everywhere, which you'll naturally do, in that positive vibration, then building that and never stop taking action on that. Keep it going. And so if it is a movie, if it's some news, or you can't rely on this news, can you? This is external news. This is lucky. This is you getting lucky this week, Pisces, to set you off on this. You can't rely on that. You can't rely on something, a miracle happening to you, or something outside of yourself, or someone giving you some good news. You can't rely on things outside of you to make you happy. And so practice it instead. What does make you happy? It might be putting music on that uplifts you. It might be watching feel good movies. It might be reading an inspirational book or a chapter of an inspirational book. Whatever it is, put it into practice. Keep on practicing it so you can get on that upward spiral, Pisces. So the King of Pentacles, because then you can get into some kind of stability. If you can make a more positive outlook in your predominant vibration, then you're going to get into this stable energy. Now, the King of Pentacles, he's also about abundance too. And so this could be about your money. You could be getting like much more stable in your money as a result of this. Page of Emotions here. It's kind of new. It's kind of a new feeling. What do I mean by that? A new feeling. It's almost like a beginner's mindset kind of thing. Oh, I've not thought of it this way before. I've not felt kind of, I'm seeing a little sprout, a little a seed sprouting through the surface, bright green, kind of fresh, kind of an energy. You've not felt that before. Like a new path is beginning, like there's a glimmer of hope now. And I feel like that's what you're getting this week, is this glimmer of hope. With this Page of Emotions, it kind of sparks up your heart there in a very kind of naive way, but it's headed to great stability. And I don't feel like you're that far away from it. So Pisces, if you've been in this state of like, FML, why is my life like it is? What is going on? I'm miserable, I'm depressed, and in this sadness all the time. You're not, it might seem like you're worlds away from this King of Pentacles kind of energy, this stability and this abundance, but you're not that far away from it because you've practiced. The very process you've practiced is the process that you need to practice. You just need to have a different focus. And do exactly the same thing as you did to get to the point that you were at before, will get you to this stability. In other words, you know what to do and you've been doing it, but maybe your focus has just been in the wrong direction. Once you turn, it's almost like you're training, running every day, but you keep on running in the wrong direction. You're like, I'm never going to get to, like, this running training is doing nothing. I'm never going to get to the place that I want to go to. And then someone says to you, oh, it's down there if you just run that way. Your training isn't lost. You're going to be able to run really fast to that place. That's what I'm getting here, is that you've trained that muscle kind of thing. It's just you haven't been pointed in the right direction yet. Once you get pointed in the right direction in your focus and your emotions, you can get there really fast, but you do need to persist with it. You can fall off this wagon and slip back in your old ways. We all can. So easily. It's so easy to get unconscious again and slip back into old patterns, to listen to the ego, to get defeated by things. Don't do it. Pisces, you need to practice. Discernment is behind that. So there's a choice to be made this week. You need to discern what's better for you. Don't let that allure of being the victim take hold of you. It's not a good place to be in. Now, why would we do that? Why do we do that sometimes? The allure of being a victim. Because sometimes we're so starved of emotion, of love and caring, and we think that we can only receive it if we're at rock bottom. And so that's the allure of victimhood. Some of us are like that. so starved of affection, of an attention, that whenever we feel lacking in that and we want some attention, we go into victimhood mode, because maybe those around us will feel sorry for us, and then we can get that attention, affection that we are craving. But then we've got the Tower here. What's this for Pisces? Don't say it all goes wrong. Ten of Voices. It might do, you know. Painful endings here. The Tower. Something falls apart. So some of you Pisces might just be falling off this wagon. Given this opportunity, you're feeling happy, and then you slam back down, go back into victimhood mentality or whatever it is that is your old pattern, and you're back into that painful stuff again. The Tower, like the Tower could be something small, like I said, can let just a minor setback or something disappointing happening take you back down where you were. Don't let that happen. So this is a testing moment, isn't it? It's like Ten of Voices saying you're going to let that pain end. You're going to go straight back down there as soon as something shows up in life. It's going to feel like a Tower moment. It's not. It feels like a small thing to me. Just one minor irritation, one minor thing goes wrong, and then it's like throw your arms up in the air. What's it all? This just what's it all worth? What's the point? What's the point? And then go right back where you were before. Don't do that. Don't. So be prepared for this Tower moment. That's why you got to practice. You got to have something to fall back on. Have a song on your playlist. Have a playlist that uplifts you, gets you back into that magic, or pick up that book or that movie or whatever it is that gets you back into that good feeling space. Have that at the ready for when this disappointment kicks in, because when this disappointment kicks in, you're going to want to ruminate on it and have it be mean more than it is. Have it mean that Pisces can't have nice things, and it's not that at all. It's just life. And you've got to be resilient. You've got to make yourself less triggered by those things. Make it mean less. Just realize it's life. And this kind of stuff happens to everyone, but it doesn't mean that you need to throw your arms up in the air and give up on life because of it. Tell us what's behind this. It's a burden. So something that burdens you is something from the past that has burdened you before. So it's like this old thing again, which is so familiar. The Tower, the disappointment, the thing that goes wrong. It's so familiar that it's really got a grasp on you. It can really have a grasp on you. Something that's burdened you before. It reminds you of the past, you know, when everything went wrong, that kind of thing, you know, the point where everything went wrong. Because something happened and then it all went downwards from there, that downward spiral. Now, I've just explained to you why those downward spirals happen, because of that one trigger. And don't just because a downward spiral happened before, because you went with that, because you ruminated on it, and because then you started that confirmation bias in the negative, doesn't mean you should do it again. It's like, yes, it reminds you of something. So recognize it. Omens, past, present, and future. Recognize, what did I do last time? I ruminated on that. I focused on that disappointment, making it mean all kinds of things, that my life was going wrong, and I went right back to that victimhood mentality, or spiral downwards. So don't let that happen again. You've got a chance of an out this time, Pisces. The High Priestess here. You've got to have a goal. Absolutely. I love that this card has come out. You need to have a goal, Pisces. You need to have a goal to march forward toward. You need to have some motivation of something positive to walk toward, and let that give you direction. Have your toolkit at the ready this week to make sure that you don't drop off this upward spiral. A goal, a motivation, something that's important to you to head toward, and say, I'm not going to let that minor setback stop me from pursuing this thing that I'm pursuing. I'm going to carry on toward it. And I don't know how I'm going to get there. The moon, it's kind of emotional for me, but I'm going to do the right thing by myself and put those good practices in place and keep on listening to my positive music. And I'm going to stay on this upward spiral. I'm not going to fall off it this time. Have a specific goal in mind. This Eight of Inspiration card, it is the card of the arrow. You know, you've got your bow and arrow. You know where what your target is, and you know it's pointed in the right direction. Yeah, you've got to have your eye on that goal that you really want, something that's important to you. You don't know how to get there. It doesn't matter. All you need to do is follow your intuition to it. But you need to have a goal that will really help you this week. Something that's important to you. What's behind this? High Priestess and the Age of Inspiration and the Moon. New beginnings. You got a chance to turn your life around this week. And you're not so far away from it, from abundance, from stability, from the relationships that you want, all of that stuff. You're not so far away from it. You've practiced those muscles, but maybe you've been practicing those muscles indiscriminately, running in all directions, but still you've been practicing running. So when you get focused on that target of something that you want, and then you start running in that direction, when you get focused on that and you start using your emotional guidance system in that direction, it's all going to start working out for you, and it's going to start working out for you fast, Pisces. What's going on in your love life, Pisces? What's going on in your love life? What's going on for Pisces in the love life? A wedding? Oh, that could be what the news is that has you dancing with joy. Maybe someone's getting married. But this could also be about you too in your romantic life, someone that you want to get married to, or that's what you're focused on now, is bringing in a partner that wants that high level of commitment. It could be that too. So if it's that kind of thing, what I was going on about here, your tower moment could be being asked out by someone that doesn't want that. It's someone that's just a player. Don't let that take you down. Just say no to them and then keep on looking for what it is that you want, this marriage partner. There's all kinds of people out there that want all different kind of things. You've got to know when to say no when it's not what you want. But just because it's not what you want, don't let it defeat you. You don't go up to a buffet with your plate, and then as soon as you get to that bread box, which is usually the first thing, right? Go, well, I don't eat bread. I've got gluten intolerance. I'm defeated. I'm just going to eat nothing. And then go back to the table and go, oh, I can't eat anything. You don't do that, right? And so when people show up, don't make it mean so much. Don't want the same thing as you. Okay, next. I'll find someone that does, because there are people out there. You might have been making things mean too much here, Pisces. And it's time to break that cycle, because it really doesn't serve us when we do that at all. You've got, hold your vision. There you go. Have a goal and hold that vision. Get fixated. I just saw a light then. There's an orb or something. Get fixated on something that you really want. And spontaneity, be more spontaneous. You move beyond the constraints of the mind and freely and lovingly embrace new situations. Wow. You've got a lot of newness coming in here. But you need to know, Pisces, that you can just easily turn away from the things that you don't want. You can turn down that bread and go on and then get to the stuff that you do want to eat on that buffet instead of being defeated by the bread basket. Don't let the bread basket defeat you. You got kisses here. You are loved. Unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, falling in love. It's what you want. You want the happily ever after in this wedding, and you can have it. You just need to get focused on it and not let the things that aren't that defeat you. Right, so what else do Pisces need to know about this week? What else for Pisces? Beautiful. Great and full. Like I said, you're not so far away from the stability and the abundance that you really want. Your heart being full, you feeling really good. You've put a lot of practice in. You're not that far away from it at all. Look, you see my elbow twitching again. It's quite a big twitch. You're not so far away from it, Pisces. Could be a very important week, really, to practice turning yourself around. Compassion. So throw some self-love into the mix there. Compassion, Pisces. As you pray each day for greater compassion, a new self is born, drawing more people, new people and experiences. Dear Lord, help me feel ever-deepening self-acceptance. May I see myself as you see me. So understanding, compassion for yourself and understanding as you're going through this. And you could have some ahas this week of like, this is what I've been doing to myself. This is what I've been doing to myself. So there you go. So that you can turn it around because you're not so far off those things that you want. Pisces, sounds good to me. Does it sound good to you? If it does, don't forget to click like on this video. Click that subscribe button while you're down there. Leave me a comment as well. I'd love to hear from you. Click that notification bell if you want to hear more from me. And have the best week ever, Pisces. I will see you tomorrow in the Daily Energy Update.